initial plan. So I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. If I do go to Colombia, I definitely don't want to be in Medellin. I mean, there's nothing here really. I mean, I am building some sort of repertoire connection out here, but even my connections are acting kind of weird and funny and shit out here. I just feel like you just can't really trust anybody out here, man. What up, Ronin?
What's good?
What's up, my brother?
Man, I was like, bruh, I need to hear some good shit from you, man. Been waiting for a minute for you to get down there. Looked like you
Fucking
had everything on fucking lock. You had your driver. He was breaking it down on the first couple videos. But man, things happen. You get what I'm saying? You got to roll with life.
fucking curveball, bro.
Yeah, big time. Big time.
You always tricking Colombia. Listen, I'm just gonna kind of say this, man. I've never been into a country. I don't want to even talk about the whole of Colombia and say, oh, everybody's tricking out there, right? But just from my experience, I've never been into a soulless pit of a country. Like, I don't want to shit on the country.
Damn.
I'm not.
Is it that bad?
Bro, as far as the women go in Medellin, bro, they're soulless, bro.
There are no redeeming qualities. We got a brother in the chat right now. It's Jay Clyde. He's got a good woman in Medellin. Good woman. Living in a high-rise apartment in the sky.
Well, you know what?
Condo.
He probably lived there for quite a long time. or I could say this, or maybe it was a point where there was a point in time in Medellin where it wasn't this bad. But I don't think I don't think anybody, if you're currently in the state of Medellin right now in 2024 and kind of see this how shit is operating, it's gotten to a sinkhole, bro.
Say it ain't so. I don't, man. And I'm not blaming you. And I'm not blaming your ability to vet a good woman or a woman, period. Because obviously, like you said, your spider senses went off on certain things. And of course, this chick is going to gaslight you now that you're there for sympathy, you know, and you didn't even buy off into that too much. You know what I mean? So I know you got your head on right. And yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe they just grow the weed down there extra hard, man. Maybe you just hit a spliff that was like super designer, goddamn whatever. Mary Poppins, like you on a whole nother fucking planet type shit.
And I'm a smoker too, bro. But the fucking weed out there, bro, because this is home of narcotics, man. So their shit is like 10 times more than anything else in this world.
Right.
100 times more. So who's to know, bro? But all I know is I've never felt this situation. I've never felt like this before. And when I felt a weird type of way, I was like, oh fuck.
Because we just talked the other day. I was like, yo, man, you doing good. Blah, 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 blah. And next thing I know, I'm like looking at the title. I'm like, what the fuck?
When I started to feel that daze moment, bro, I was like, fuck. How did I fuck this up? How did I fuck up? I know I did everything right. How the fuck did I let this bitch slip through the crack? I thought I trust this bitch. She was one of my connects. She was on my team. Then I started to feel weird. I'm like, fuck, she got me.
I mean, but we know girls play the long game too.
Yeah.
And maybe that wasn't her initial attention, but once she saw you, she was like, you know, I need money. He seems like a good guy. Maybe I can simp him into giving me money. You know what I mean?
Yo, so what's up, man?
What's up, Delano?
What's going on? Haven't heard.
Been a minute, brother.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Happy New Year's, by the way.
Yeah, Happy New Year's to you too, to both of you. Did she get you for anything, like any money, or
what? Try to steal money? Take money? No.
All right, so at least your bankroll is safe.
No, he didn't get God. It was a that was
it was a false flag.
Oh, thank God. At least it's that, and your health is intact, so that's all that matters. What I would say, and you know, I always preach. Who has some
That's
background?
King. King, you're getting some feedback, brother.
Yeah, you got mute. But I always preach it, man. Do your research and try to find people that have a good basis wherever you travel. Make sure your friends group is strong.
Yeah,
that's what I've always done for Brazil or England or Spain, wherever I'm at. Like I never had an issue, and I know everybody like to have their weed and all, but I don't push for that stuff abroad, man. Because if you don't know who's handling your supply. I don't smoke weed, but
yeah, I don't
I
either.
wouldn't trust it. I wouldn't trust it abroad just for that reason. I don't trust anybody.
I had girlfriends that smoked, but when I go to another country, whatever my connect was, I'd have them pick up their weed. But since I wasn't smoking, it was no big deal. They could smoke all they wanted. I still had their back.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Man, I'm just glad that you're all right. That's all that matters.
Yeah, we're glad you're all right, but that country, their stuff is a lot more potent.
That's what I was thinking.
Their weed is potent. Their Snow White is potent. Everything before it gets to our country, it's all cut up. It's cut with something. But over there, everything is potent because they grow it there. They make it there. So you got to be careful because when you smoke weed, it has different effects on people, bro. And it can either make you paranoid, or it can make you start thinking crazy thoughts, or it can make you stuck. If the weed is that potent.
Nigga, when I say I was stuck, yo.
I know.
But the thing is, Shorty was taking that shit like it was nothing. And she like 110 pounds.
So she was
heard
hitting
the
it
story.
too.
Wait, you never heard the stories
TikTok.
of Snoop Dogg passing blunts and lighting them all at the same time? Got people so blitzed because he just used to smoking that shit.
Hold on, Ronnie. I was with a chick who did the same thing. She drank the whole bottle, smoked mad blunts, and it was nothing because you want to know why? They do this every day.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't.
Right. And the bitches on the 2C too. She's snorting them
every day.
And shit. I'm like, what the fuck?
Every day. You're in Colombia. Okay, they sniffing every day something.
That's crazy.
They can maintain.
Booyah! Get him, QB.
Their
Kick
tolerance
this
level
motherfucker out every goddamn chance you get.
Their tolerance level is different than yours, bro. Believe me, I know.
That's true.
Okay?
That's true.
I know. I mean, because when I used to drink, I could drink somebody underneath the table. When I was younger, listen to the chat, and I did do blow, I could outsniff them all, anybody, when I was younger. Okay? But your tolerance level gets higher the more that you take. You know? This is when you're young and Fridays and Saturdays is a party night. Them days have been gone for me. But your tolerance is not like that. You're a driver. Okay, you got to be on point all the time. And you're in an environment that everything is moving fast around you. And everybody's plotting against you. And that's what the paranoia of the weed does. Keeps you paranoid.
Hold on. QB says, how much the pros charge to hold hands? What?
I don't know who that's to.
2 million. 2 million.
That's wild.
Oh man.
She could have got you and you were stuck. You know that, right?
She could have got me, yeah, because I was in a stuck phase, but
you're stuck.
But I'm gonna tell you why she didn't get me though, because she started to cry and feel concerned, but I thought
scared. She was scared, and she wanted to play the long-term game with you. Okay, that's why she's like, yo, she'll quit her job and everything she was doing, because she was looking at you as long-term, and she was scared that she probably had Tutti and all this stuff on her, and she didn't want the police to come because they're gonna check her and make sure that you ain't been scoped. So of course she's scared. Okay, she don't want to. Number one, she don't want to go to jail. Number two, she don't want to lose her investment.
Yep.
So, thank God you somehow snapped out, because somehow you don't snap out of. You need to go take a nap for a while.
Yo, she was willing to call the cops and everything, but I was like, nah, I'm good.
That shit would have put her in jail too.
Yeah, would have put her in jail too.
Yeah, I would say, nah, don't do that shit.
Cause she was dirty. She was dirty. She had weed and stuff on her, you know.
Yeah. But the whole thing, she was hitting the same blunt you were hitting.
It
Right.
She was probably just as paranoid as you.
Ryan, no. She.
I forgot to say. Talk about paranoia, man. I forgot to tell you the story, guys.
Oh, I know about you being paranoid, but go ahead.
No. Hold on. I got a story. Hold on. I got to put myself on the screen real quick. So I forgot this part of the story too. Not only Shorty, after she was taking a whole bunch of drinks and smoking the blunts and shit and doing a 2C, right? She started shitting in the bathroom. She's going crazy in the bathroom, and she started throwing up all over the place. The shit was wild, bro. I've never seen anything like that before.
Yo, maybe your shit was just lace, man.
Yeah. She had to go after that part.
Yeah, she was shitting. Yo, she was just tearing up the toilets, bro. 2 of them. She went to one toilet in one area and went to another toilet.
Oh, hell no. She didn't just destroy your whole house with her stench.
With the funk box. Yo, she got to go, man. That's not sexual.
Hey,
that don't make me feel like I want to hit it.
No.
You just lost your sexy points with me, bro. You got to go and get in the shower, disinfect your ass.
She didn't smell bad, bro. She wiped herself. She was good.
Here's the thing. Maybe whatever she had was.
Yo, hold on. Before I get Brody in here, man. Are you a troll?
Who is that?
Cool.
I just need for you to you just cam up from the background, and you don't have to cam up, but I gotta make sure that you like.
What's his name? You just said Brody.
Brody Hub. I don't know who Brody Hub. Oh, okay. All right, cool. I got you. All right, you can cam back down. I got you in here. You don't have to cam up.
Yeah. Oh, it's homie.
Oh, it's homie. Yeah, I didn't know. I just thought it was a troll. bro, you'd be surprised, bro. Like I got people with crazy names. They be trolling and shit.
Yeah.
What up, homie?
Shit.
What up, Drew? Yo, so Drew, I'm just trying to figure out what happened. I caught the tail end of the live stream. I'm doing a lot. I'm trying to rewind, fast forward.
Yeah.
Where are you? Are you in Medellin, Bogota, Cartagena?
No, I'm in Laureles right now.
Laureles. Okay. So what exactly happened? Like that's what we're trying to figure out. Like, did you end up getting robbed, or just some like finagling thing happened?
Nah, so what happened was when Shorty came through and we smoked, and we was at the jacuzzi spot, right? And then we went downstairs back because there's an elevator that goes up to your room, and then there's an elevator that can go up to the rooftop jacuzzi joint.
Yeah.
So we went down to the room, and it was cold. So we about to do our thing, whatever. But she was real cold. She wanted me to put down the AC. So I put down the AC. And for some reason, I couldn't find where the remote was. So we were searching everywhere for the remote to put it down because, it was cold. So I was like, man, this is after we came from upstairs of the rooftops. I'm thinking, I wonder if we forgot the control. I'm saying to myself, I wonder if we forgot the control at the pool deck. So I'm like, I said, yo, come with me real quick. Let's go upstairs. And let's find that remote. And she was like, nah, I'm not trying to go nowhere. Now, I wasn't stupid enough to leave the bitch inside my place while I go look for the controller. Because the back of my mind, I'm like, all right, Shorty's probably going to ran through my shit and see if she can go get some cash, right? Because everywhere I'm going, I'm just making sure I'm looking to make sure she's not going where I have my cash at.
Right.
So I say, hey, come with me. We going upstairs together. I'm not leaving you in my room. And then she's like, oh, what? You don't trust me? I said, no.
Oh, man.
I said, no, I don't. So she came with me anyways, and the remote wasn't there. So as I was smoking and we came downstairs, that's when I started to feel it a little bit more, right? And I started to feel a little oozy, and then something in me just felt numb. I've never felt this feeling before. I was like, oh, fuck, Shorty got me. But I was like in my mind, how can she get me if she was smoking the same blunt off of me? It doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Unless I was thinking to my mind, she probably got a dirty bag from somebody, brought it over, and she didn't realize it was dirty too.
Oh, so it was like she like not necessarily scope, but like what like you think like some like angel dust kind of mixture or something like that?
It could have been something like that because
Lace.
it definitely wasn't. It wasn't scope. It was laced with something. It was
You
like,
see, and that's what I think happened.
yeah.
Your second assumption,
Trust me, I
because
smoke, bro, and trust me, I ain't never felt like that before. I'm like, oh, this shit got something in it.
but the fact that you added on that she was shitting all over the place, like that's the dead giveaway right there. She got hit too. Like y'all both went through it.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but man, that's why again, if you doing anything, man, I don't like doing shit abroad. Like I'm funny with my drink, let alone if it was weed. Nah, I ain't smoking with weed abroad. Fuck that.
This is the thing. This is the thing. When you were stuck and you were thirsty too, she could have scoped you in. But I'm gonna be in your corner for a minute because that happened to me when I was young. I got stuck and I had a badass American chick in my house in America. And it's the most fucked up feeling you can have, yo, because you're out of you feel stupid. You feel like, yo, I can't spit my game. I'm off beat. Okay, this is what happens when you're not a marijuana smoker that continuously smokes it and your body's not immune to it. So when you're abroad, you should never get high with nobody unless you're gonna go in your room and get high by yourself.
All right, but check this out. New York City Kings, I build a repertoire with the shorty. So it's not like it's a regular random shorty that I just got the blunt.
Don't matter. This don't matter. You
Nah.
didn't go to high school. It
It's a
don't
little
matter. You
different.
didn't go to high school with her. It don't matter.
Yeah,
You in a foreign country.
Yeah, he right, man. He right. You don't trust nobody.
You don't trust nobody.
Nobody, man.
You don't know this chick from Adam. I don't care how many times you talk to her on Facebook or the messenger app. You don't know this chick because when you fly back home to Florida, she ain't gonna know you no more. And after that situation, okay, now she wants money.
They all do.
Yeah,
everybody, every woman in the world wants money.
I'm talking about her.
But hold up.
Let's be real. It's every one of them.
Listen. Let's be real. Every woman in the world wants money from a man. That's a
that
whole
right.
protector provider thing.
You're right. You know how many chicks ask me to support them a day? I can't even breathe.
Dude, even in the
States, that's what I be trying to tell people. I get approached all the time. They don't understand. I'm an old guy. I might have a dad bod, but I get approached goddamn 10 to 15 times a goddamn day.
Me too.
Women are all looking for a goddamn handout.
It's a new generation out there, man. It ain't about 50-50 no more. It's about what you could do for them.
Yep.
And bro, I hate to say it, bro, but if she asks you for money, and which, like you say, all of them do, how can you trust somebody like that, bro?
Nope.
How can you really
Man,
trust
you quick with
somebody
it, QB. I almost got him before you did.
That's her intentions right there from the scratch. Just like the brother said, if she asks you for money, that's her full intentions.
Yeah.
To go and buy more sniff and more, and like you said, Drew, to pay off whoever she need to pay off.
Bro, they all got a debt in the street, bro. All of them got a debt, bro. They all got something they got to pay to somebody, man.
Yeah, you know what? It's just like going to your Connect and saying, yo, I'll pay you back Friday. Okay?
Yeah. Well,
right.
we could add something to the list. Don't smoke weed abroad.
Don't get high abroad. Don't get high abroad.
You can't add me to the
with
list
nobody. Unless you drink it by yourself and you get high by yourself.
Technically, I didn't get smoke. I didn't get scope. It was just a dirty bag I had.
You could.
Yeah, it was a dirty bag, or it was just some shit. It was laced.
It's part of being scoped. Same situation. You were stuck.
But nigga, anybody can get stuck because you could be on some good fire ass shit.
All right.
And if you never smoked before or smoke any type of high ass grade shit, you can get stuck regardless, my dude.
I know what you're saying, but she could have opened the door and two dudes could have ran in there.
Yeah,
that's true. But no. I'm gonna tell you why she couldn't. I'm gonna tell you why she couldn't. First of all, there's security downstairs. Right?
That don't mean nothing.
No. Second of all, you need a key to go to your room. The elevator goes straight to your room. I only had the key to it. She can't get nobody in there.
But that don't mean nothing, man. People pay off security all the time.
All the time.
They can't. That's true. But at the same time though,
they could have went on
but
break.
you also got to think about it though. The security really want to get their hands dirty with that shit, bro. Because some people don't want to get involved with the cops. They don't want to get involved with that shit.
See, you got to understand though, man. This is not the U.S.
That's true. That is true. That is true.
This is south of the border. Everybody looking for an extra little change.
They're looking at you one way. One way. One way they're looking at you, not as a Colombian.
He looking at you as
an American.
You're a walking greenback.
Yep.
That's all it is,
bro. And if they can, they will rob you, bro. If they can.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I hate to say it that way, but I mean, I'm careful, bro. I'm careful in the U.S. and overseas, but definitely overseas, bro. Another man's country, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You can't be playing them games, man.
Yeah.
I love my.
But here's the thing. I thought I had all my cards on deck. That's all because
I built it wrong.
Because I built, but hold on now. I built a repertoire with the shorties. Not like I was out there getting shit from people I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? I knew shorty, so everything was good. But I think what it is.
All we can say with that, even with that, let's say this: people change over time.
Yeah, you could be with a person 50 years and she'll cheat on you.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't think she had anything to do with it. And the reason why I say that is because she was smoking off the same blunt.
But here's the thing: I don't think she had anything to do with the weed. What she did have the principle. Listen, what she did have the objective to do is to spoon feed off of you, like you said, utilize your resources while you were in town. She did have that idea because she had no conscience about asking you for a couple mil. You know what I'm saying?
They never do, bro. They never do.
Right. So at that point, she already knew she was going to get a bag from you, money meaning, when you got into town.
Right.
Based on y'all's relationship, and she was going to be spending some time with you. At the back end, and I'm sure it was a discuss, and she said, just give me whatever you want, because I recall you saying that. So at that point, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. She wanted to have fun with you, and at the end of the day, you were still going to give her a little something just to tide her over. No big deal.
Let me tell you something. She left her phone charger there for a reason.
Oh, chicks, yeah, they don't forget shit like that.
They don't forget shit like that. She left it there for a reason, just to contact you for more money.
I mean, bro, you in a third world country, bro. Come on, man. You are definitely the meal ticket, bro.
We all are. I'm like I said, I'm not even putting it on him.
You could get got either way, brother. Like you don't even have to be dealing with the blunt. If like for instance, like you can get got either way. But how I was playing my cards right was like, all right, I gotta connect. I'm cool. I build a repertoire, so I should be all right. But like I said, I don't think she like with the whole weed thing. I don't think she knew anything about it because she was in the bathroom taking shit like crazy.
Yeah,
but she was also mixed with other shit though, because she was doing the Tusi. So
yeah, she was blowing up out her mind too. That's why she started getting paranoid.
Yeah.
Anyway, Globe Spinner, you're gonna have to jump in here like fucking hopscotch, bro. We just
I see that, man. I see it. Hey, can everybody hear me? Okay.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
Okay, so I've been meaning to catch up with Andrews, man. I think we out of the same area, the same neck of the woods. I'm out.
Yeah, y'all both in Orlando.
Yeah, I'm just catching up because I was on something else with you guys. I know, Andrews, you out there in Medellin. I just got back from Cartagena, but when I'm in Cartagena, I don't really spend that much time in Cartagena. I might spend a day or two, but then I go to other cities in that coastal area. And so it's been a minute since I've been back to Medellin. But just to kind of give you guys a synopsis, I have a steady girlfriend that I've been dealing with for 2 years there. So I don't get involved in a lot of the shenanigans that's in the walled city. I don't spend a lot of time there unless me and her going out to dinner. Then we might, go out to dinner in the walled city or El Central or Gethsemane. And then the next day we will skedaddle and move on to another city or town. But you just got to be careful out there. I mean, even though I've been with her for a couple of years, I'm still watching her ass too as well. But at the end of the day,
But you know,
man,
she got a good family, bro. You done broke it
yeah,
down to me
I
about
mean,
her family and
you're
shit.
right.
So,
Like she has a good family,
yeah.
and I felt like if she really wanted to scope me, she had plenty of opportunities to do that. I've taken care of her really well too, as well. So I don't foresee anything like that. But
now let's stop there real quick, Glow Spinner. So these fools understand. What do you mean by you taking care of her?
He said the key word. He said the key word. He's
So-
taking care of her very
so
well.
every time
Listen.
I'm in town, you know,
There you
I
go.
was there for a week during Thanksgiving, and then I
Mhm.
came back for a week during Christmas. And so when I'm seeing there, you know, like I take care of her. I make sure she's good. Like she got food. I make sure she got money. I make sure she's good. And I'm spending money. We're going out. We're
Right.
touring places. We're going to private beaches. We're spending time in nice Airbnbs. So
Right.
so you know, with that girlfriend experience, she's getting the benefits that maybe a regular chick would not get. And
Right.
so yeah, so she's good. And she's taking
So
care
Andrew,
of me.
in the same respect, where you said, "Well, I was going to buy her groceries," that's not something out of the ordinary. That's something you should do it when you're kicking it with somebody like
right,
that.
He's
right,
doing the
absolutely.
right thing. He's doing the right thing. That's
Right.
what you do when you want to have that girlfriend experience. You got to break bread with the family. You got to
Right.
make sure she's good and she's happy. And this is how you get the airport chicks. You'll meet her probably at the airport, and it's the same thing that QB does. He's investing in one situation, not the whole atmosphere.
Right.
So he's
right.
taking care of that investment. And like he said, he's also keeping an eye on his investment. Okay, there's
Right.
nothing wrong with this brother's doing. He's doing it the right way to have that girlfriend experience.
Well, you got to minimize risk. So, like I said,
Yes.
I don't knock the guys that do, you know what I'm saying, that the mongering and stuff, because I feel like we all done that to a certain point. But I think like with this one particularly, when I'm in Cartagena, I don't mess around, you know,
All mongering
for a
is-
couple of
all
reasons.
mongering is risky.
Because her family is pretty much connected and
Yeah.
they know a lot of people. So when I'm there, you know what I'm saying, I'm not messing around with chicas that I know or, you know, want to hang out. I primarily spend time with her, you know, and so it's different if I was going to Cali or Medellin or Bogota, but when I'm there, like I'm cool. And this past summer I was out in Asia, you know, in July I was out in the Philippines, Thailand, Singapore, and then I went to the Middle East. I went to Doha, Qatar. So you know, do I do my thing sometimes? Yeah, but at the end of the day, when I'm with her, like it's completely about her. And so she's taken care of. She has everything she needs, and that minimized the risk for me. So I don't see a lot of the issues that a lot of guys do when they go to Colombia, because you know, when you're with multiple chicks, some you trust, some you don't trust, that heightens your risk factors up.
But you know why? Because a lot of people, they won't put in the effort to develop that sort of repertoire with some woman. They won't.
Delano, I'll take it as more and superficial than that. Motherfuckers are greedy. Let's be real. Niggas think they are just the Mac. They want 10 and 12 chicks. They think they can handle a harem. They can't handle 2 chicks in America, but they can handle
I mean-
12 overseas.
But you know what, Ronin?
But-
But you know what, Ronin? When
Why is it
you're
crazy?
messing with multiple females like that, unless
Yeah.
you just got money like that, you are not really investing a lot in any of them,
Exactly.
and you're not spending money. So, like with my girl, she gets the benefits of she gets nice gifts, she gets nice perfumes. I might take her out and buy her clothes at the mall. So she's getting taken care of well. That if I was messing with multiple women in her country, I wouldn't be able to do that. Yeah, I might be able to get each and every one of them a gift here and there. But when you take one and you spend, like, you invest that amount of time with them, they realize that you're there for the long haul and you're not just trying to run through them.
I mean,
Right.
and then you got to know how to move, bro. I mean, you got to know how to
There you go.
read women. You got to know how to read a woman. I mean, if she come, you ask for money, man. Come on, man. She got a price. Come on, but you gotta treat it
It
accordingly.
depends on how
I mean,
she asks for money. If she's your girl, she's gonna ask you for money, period.
Yeah,
Right.
but come on,
Sometimes
man.
it
It's a
don't go like
different-
that,
it's a
Ronnie.
different-
You know,
Bro,
Roland,
you
sometimes-
probably never been to Medellin, bro.
No,
sometimes
no, I ain't never been to none of these places y'all having problems with. You
That-
right.
that- let me tell you something.
That's why I kind of keep it low key with this shit. But I'm just like, yo,
you can read a girl all you want. If you in this playground, you know that money is what runs everything, bro. Money. That's all. They're soulless creatures, bro. They're leeches. All they care about is money. Money,
Damn.
money.
Why y'all got it, man? Homies Hub and
Homie
QB.
knows
Can y'all put that shit down? Why y'all still going at each other after all these?
Oh, you mean? No, I ain't got no problem with homie.
I know. I said QB.
About QB.
And
Yeah, they got their issues going on.
Oh my god, bro! Y'all are going off in the chat.
Man, I always tell people as well, you gotta look at the median income of all these countries. You know, I can speak for Brazil because I go to Brazil often. I believe it's like 14 or 15,000 is the median income, the annual salary for people. So what that means, most Americans that go down to Brazil, they're already upper middle class. So if you want a genuine connection with a woman, you can't go to regular places. You gotta know right off the bat, like, we don't fit in their hood. We could fit in the hood in the US, but we don't fit in the hood down there. You have to go to an upper middle class place to actually find somebody.
And again, I tell y'all all the time, every
Yeah.
panel, y'all are top 5%, if not 1%, of the medium income that's in those countries that you go to.
Exactly.
Why the fuck are y'all going to the hood?
Just stop going there. I don't know why people like. All right, in Rio, I'll go and hang out in Lapa and but that's not where I'm trying to find someone. Like, no,
You can be a hood ninja all you want in the States if you in the States. When you go overseas, you need to be dressing like Andrew, like Steve motherfucking Urkel.
I mean, shit, I wouldn't say all that.
I mean, you can have a little more. I'm messing around. I'm messing around. You ain't got to dress like Urkel, but I'm just saying.
Down,
a little bit better.
How grimy
You know
the
what
dude
I'm
is.
saying?
Some dudes are grimy like that and got class that can go into it. I've been to the city of God and got mad respect. Okay, mad respect in the city of God. They was shocked that I was bold enough to come in there.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Favelas is all good, but like, to minimize, always like for people that don't understand how that world works, to minimize your threat of being robbed or got whatever, go to like an upper middle class setting.
Right, but if you know how that world works and you don't fear
Hey,
it,
I'm gonna throw in a wild card. I'm gonna throw in a
Ain't
wild
nothing to
card. That's not always true because even in those upper classes, that's where they be robbing people. If you know how
done yet.
I
ain't
disagree
done
with
yet,
that.
Andrew. I ain't done yet.
I
Okay.
disagree with that, bro.
Trips. It take a couple trips for you to actually understand the lay of the land. Because you are absolutely right. Because you will find a woman that goes into upper middle class spots and get your ass. But it takes a couple trips for someone to actually understand the lay of the land. Like me, Brazil, I'm going on my 7th trip now. But I usually spend at least a month. So I know how Brazil works, man. And different cities.
Oh, I love Brazil, bro. I love Brazil, bro. I'm gonna tell you that right
I know
now.
how
I love
Brazil is
Brazil.
a beast, man.
I know how Spain works. I know how Portugal works. I know how England works. I know how the Netherlands work. Trust me, man. But it takes multiple trips to these places to understand the lay of the land. You go there once, you're like, you can still got the second trip. But nah, it take a while. But, you know, I've got my roots in all these countries, so I'm good.
I'm probably the only one here that's got a Brazilian son and that got married in Rio de Janeiro.
Yeah.
So I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Hey,
and you know
I just
how
dodged a couple bullets. That's all. My bullets were shot off in the Philippines, and thank God I dodged them.
God damn. Nah, man, but it's
you just gotta use a little common sense, fellas. You just gotta use your common sense. That's all you gotta do. Use your common sense.
Yo, homies hub, man. Speak to me, bro. I think
he's gone.
Nah, he's battling QB in the chat over here.
Oh,
they doing something. That's why I said they vicious about it, bro. I'm like,
they like David and Goliath, like Israel's and the Palestinians, man. They stay at war.
Yeah.
I mean, all I'm gonna say is it's vetting is not perfect, but
no,
it's all in the vetting process too as well.
It is.
So I mean, every girl, every country is different, and it boils down to how well you really know that girl. Like, do you know her and her family well? You know what I'm saying? Do you know her friends? And so I think for like me personally, like I said, I've been talking to her friends. I know all her family, her siblings. I know her parents. I have
See?
the numbers of her parents. You know
Fellas,
what I'm saying?
did you hear
So
what he just said?
if I have all this information, why would she scope me if I have all her information to her friends?
There's a
Okay,
phrase
all
that
right.
says,
Let's just get one thing clear.
there's a phrase that says, listen,
Hold on. Let's just get one thing clear. I wasn't scoped.
yeah,
Okay.
you were not
I
scoped.
wasn't scoped. I
We'll
thought I
confirm
was.
that. Right.
I thought I was.
You just hit a hard ass blunt. That's all.
That's it. I hit a hard ass blunt that had probably something in it, but I wasn't scoped. No, I wasn't scoped.
But let's go back to this, and thank you, Globe Spinner, for saying it. There's a phrase that goes, "Look at the friends around you, and I'll tell you what type of person you are."
Right.
When you go to vet, like Globe Spinner was saying, he knows 3 to 4 levels into that woman's life. He knows her parents. He knows her friends, relatives. You get what I'm saying? That's vetting. But I already know his story. His woman, family, into the education. He's in education. There's so much commonality between that whole hookup. Dad's a college professor. So what I'm saying is he's vetted correctly. He's got common ground with the woman. The family enjoys him because they know his profession versus their profession in their country. There's so many different levels to the layers that he has within this relationship. And if you guys aren't that deep and it's superficial, y'all haven't even begun to vet that.
Yeah, but you're talking about a relationship, though. But
that takes time. That's what he's saying. It takes time.
Yeah. But in this
case,
it's not a relationship going on. We just cool.
And you know what though, like Andrew though, that goes back to like chicks that I would hang out with that I'm not dating, but I'm just hanging out with them. You got to kind of keep them at an arm's length though. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, for example, like if I compare that to my girl, like I know she doesn't drink, she doesn't smoke. If we go out to a nice restaurant, she may have a glass of wine, but that's the most, right? So, for example, if she's gonna like, even though you said you weren't scope, if she's gonna drug me, it's probably gonna be through food. It's not gonna be through alcohol or smoking or any of that stuff. But if I'm hanging out with a chick that I'm just acquaintance with, so I'm hanging out with her, then yeah, you better believe I'm gonna watch her tooth and nail because I don't hang out with her regularly. You know what I'm saying? We just kicking it. And so when you're hanging out with that echelon of women, you know what I'm saying? You just got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? But that goes for all the bros. That's not just for you. That's for everybody.
Well, I'm gonna say this, all right. I wasn't around a lot of women because my whole idea was I was using here where I'm at as a stopping ground because my connects are over here in Medellin. So my whole thing was my personal driver was gonna take me anywhere I wanted to go. So I was supposed to go to Guatape over there. It's about a 2-hour drive. I think that's how you pronounce it. About a 2-hour drive. And I was supposed to Guatape. There you go, Guatape. I was supposed to go there and film some content out there and probably go to Santa Maria. So my whole plan wasn't really to be in Medellin. This was just a stopping ground for me. So it just so happens that my driver got the flu, and then his assistant driver got booked up with other people. So now I'm kind of stuck. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna make the best of it while I'm here. Fuck it.
Holy shit. Well, I'm just glad that you're all right, man. Honestly.
Absolutely.
That's all.
Glad
that
you good too, bro.
You're all right. But yeah, I'm about to head out, man. Bless you all. So,
yeah,
man. All right, Delano.
25, man.
Where you at right now?
Shit, I'm in New York, but
okay. You're not overseas yet.
No, I'm gonna be in Brazil soon. Very soon. So I'll put out some content for that, but yeah, I'll catch y'all.
All right, brother.
Yep.
But I still say it's how you move,
smash
bro.
and kick him out, man. You bugging, bro.
It's how you move, though. You got
Yeah, but that's still,
How
but
you know?
yeah,
Sorry.
but that's if you're dealing with pros, bro. Like I could get that, I understand that, but in this case, it wasn't really on no pro activity. I mean, yeah, we smashed and we smoked, but it wasn't really like a pro
But
activity.
Murphy, did you hear how he said earlier? I don't know if you were in earlier because I know sometimes you come through my panel. Earlier he said that he approached her that way as somebody he knew, but his spidey senses went off when certain things were starting to go awry. Once he got high and was a little loopy, all of a sudden his street smarts kicked in and said, "Nah, bitch, I ain't leaving you by yourself. I don't give a fuck how much I trust you, or
Yeah,
thought I did." You
yeah,
get what I'm saying? It switched.
yeah. Because well,
But see, me,
my spider sense just went up because I know how, if you smoke weed, you know what it does to you. You know how the reaction is. There was another level that was hitting my system. I'm like, no, I've never felt this way before. And part of me was getting numb, and that's when I was like, nah, I'm getting the fuck out. This has something in it. So I said this to her, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck is this? Right? And she's like, what? And she started getting nervous and scared and shit. And that's when she started giving me a glass of water and started crying. When she started to cry, that's what made me think, okay, I don't think she was trying to do anything. I don't think she was trying to lace me with anything. I think because she was smoking the same shit. So I think she got what it is she got it from somebody off the street, and then they gave her something dirty, and we both got caught in the shit. Because she was, like I said, she was blowing up the toilet.
but see, my whole
Bro,
thing is
that
like this,
detail is
bro.
just too much. That detail is
I'm
just
just
See, my
way
whole
too
telling the
thing is
much.
like
truth,
this,
bro. Like
bro.
I can't. I'm not lying to you. She was blowing up the fucking toilets, bro.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you
But
what
if I'm
I'm gonna
having a bad experience,
tell you what happens. Okay, when you started saying what the fuck, you started scaring her. That's why she started crying. She didn't expect that out of you. And blowing up the toilet is a remedy for somebody who's sniffing, because you got bowel movement when you get high like that and you sniffing stuff. You got to keep going to the bathroom. You're on the toilet. Not only are you shitting, you sniffing at the same time. And not only that, you're adding to her paranoia because you're paranoid.
Oh, she was scared as fuck, bro. She was
Yeah,
telling me
she was
like,
scared
"Yo, you
because
scared the hell out of me. Like I'm
that's what
freaked out and
that's
shit."
what that's what the white snow does. It makes her paranoid and you're paranoid. So now we got two paranoid people in a room together. Okay, you thinking you've been drugged or something, but
Yeah,
you just had some strong strand of weed,
fact,
and
fact.
she's bugging because she got to keep going to the bathroom and take a hit, and she got a shit.
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah, yeah.
this is what's
So
going on. Believe
so
me,
let
because
me
I know a little bit about these things.
let, let me pass on a little game. So one thing that, because I am from Florida, I particularly love the Costeñas. But one thing that I like about most girls I've dealt with that are from Cartagena or the Costeñas is not a lot of them. I'm not saying all of them, but not a lot of them do drugs. You know what I'm saying? Most of the Costeñas I've dealt with, they might drink a little alcohol, but they don't do no Tootsie. They don't smoke weed. Most of them don't. And so the ones that I've dealt with, the Paisas from Medellin, some of them do go to a lot of parties. They do that Tootsie, and they might do some other stuff. So you got to be careful about with those girls in that region. I remember one time, and this happened back in 2021. Me and a couple other dudes, we went to, I thought we were going out to a nightclub, but what happened is we ended up going to a place, some private location where they had all these women coming out, all these strippers or whatever coming out. And I remember getting the number of this one bad chick. She fair skin, whatever. She was from Pareda. And so I remember, we connected that night, but I didn't really, kick it with her. And I remember going back to the States. And so my boy was like, I think maybe several months later, was like, man, I wish I would have got that girl number. And I was like, I got it that night. And he was like, you did. So he ended up hooking up with this chick later on. And he ended up flying to Pareda. And he was telling me, he was like, man, I hooked up with her and her friends, and she brought some other girls and a dude by, and they all were doing Tootsie. And so, and I said, man, you was messing with that chick like that? And he was like, man, I didn't do nothing. But he's like, man, the experience was kind of lousy because they You know what I'm saying? They're not as energetic when they're on that stuff. And so that's one thing that I appreciate about the chicks in like Cartagena and the coastal areas is that many of them don't be doing that stuff like that. So my question to you, Andrew, was, do you know what she was on, prior, or what did she do? Was the weed laced with fentanyl, or did it have Tootsie in it? Did it have Molly's? You don't
That
know
was
what.
wet. If you had a lace with cocaine, you were wet.
You were asking the wrong person, man, because I am not the supplier, bro. I'm just the customer.
You ever see Training Day?
You're right.
When old boy smoked that damn blunt in the car and old boy said it was laced? You saw how he was acting?
You could have been smoking some Tootsie, because a lot of times people put like coke in weed. She probably put some of that Tootsie in there, and that's probably threw you for a loop because she wanted to have both feelings.
You never know. That rapper could have been dipped into something before they rolled
Tootsie
it.
Tootsie is not all made out of coke. It's made out of fentanyl, all type of sort of garbage that they put in this stuff to make it pink. So she probably laced it because that's what she does, and it's normal for her. But she probably thought that you wanted to get high.
I don't think she did that though, bro. I don't think she did that. I don't see that because she was just. Because let me tell you something. After I was tripping out for a while and my trip went down, she was like, "Yo, I'm not giving you no more trees anymore."
You ever see a chick get instantly sober when she's in danger or she feels like something's about to happen?
Did she get sober? Yeah, she got sober.
She probably sobered the fuck up when she saw you get upset.
Because I was on a trip, bro. I was tripping.
Exactly.
He was scared. She was scared. She was scared because he was scared. This is what happens.
I ran out the room because my instinct was, when I felt weird, my instincts was like, get the fuck out where I'm at. I had to run. I just ran out.
He was scared.
Like,
you better be glad your ass didn't run down the damn block butt ass naked.
He was
I went straight to my room, dog. I'm like, I wasn't even playing that shit, man.
You got a little wet. Ronnie's rolling right. You got a little wet, a little bit, and it could have turned out different. It'd be different if you were home in your crib with a shorty and she was puffing. You both could just go to sleep. But you overseas, you got scared and you got paranoid, and you was like, "What did you give me? What did you do?" And she's like, "Oh my God, he's tripping. He's tripping." Oh my God! She probably got out there without no money.
Man.
She probably left. She got out there with no money because she was scared.
She instantly sobered the fuck up, bro. I told you guys the story how I ran the border in TJ, right? Mexican chick drunk in the back. I'm driving her car to the border because my girlfriend was sitting next to me. It was her girlfriend that was drunk. Her car. We had a hotel. She was so drunk. She was crying. I want to go home. I'm like, bitch, you can go upstairs. She had a Jamaican boyfriend. I'm looking at the dude like, yo, man, take care of your bitch. Go upstairs and fuck her or something, but we can't drive. Nah, he let that bitch get in my ear for 3 hours. I said, okay, I'm going to fucking drive us home. But if I get stopped at that fucking border, I swear to God, I'm going to run it. They thought I wasn't serious. Got to the border. Her ass was so drunk, and she's Mexican. Border Patrol asked us our citizenship. He looks at me, what branch are you in? I'm not in the service. I go to SESU. We were past curfew. I couldn't admit to being in the military. He goes to my girlfriend, who's Mexican. She says she's American. The dude in the back, Jamaican. I'm an American. She's so drunk and a Mexican that she can't even fucking answer the dude. Just incoherent. He comes back to me and says, if you don't tell me what branch of the service you are, I'm going to have them check your ID at the checkpoint. I said, I'm not in the service. Go to SDSUs right down here off of da-da-da-da-da. Okay. So he sticks on a little yellow Post-it note, something on the outside the windshield, and said, pull over to checkpoint 2. I start flying down the fucking freeway. I don't pull over to checkpoint 2. I'm running the fucking border. I told him I was going to do it. They didn't believe me. So I'm running down the fucking border. Next thing I know, the fucking incoherent bitch in the back is all of a sudden speaking perfect English. No stutter, no nothing. Like, what the fuck are you doing? This is my fucking car. No shit. Yeah, it's your fucking car and it's my fucking career. Which one you think's gonna win? but her ass woke the fuck up. So when you got into that rant that you got into, she instantly sobered up because she thought it was serious enough for her to.
Oh yeah, bro. She was terrified. She was like, I'm in the university. I can't go to jail. You know, she's like, oh, you know, the police.
Life
The
starts
police
to happen. All of a sudden, reality starts to sink in. You can't afford to be fucking drunk.
She was
or
like,
high.
oh, the police is gonna think that I gave you scalopamine.
Exactly.
She was freaking the fuck out, bro. Like, I was like, damn. So when she freaked out, I started to sober up because I for some strange reason, I felt like she cared. So I'm like, oh, okay, she does care, but she didn't really care about me. She just cared about her well-being. But in a way, I thought she did care. You know what I mean? But as I started to sober up, I'm like, this bitch don't really care about me. She just care about if
that
something
after she
happens to
came
me,
back with
she'll
a
be
laundry
fucked.
list of requests of money.
Yeah.
That's when the
No,
reality.
no. I don't think it has to do with me, that laundry request of money. What I think it, or her fucking her back up with me. What I think it is that she didn't want to fuck up her life because bitches they're getting arrested for that shit, man. They're really cracking down on that, man, out here. Like,
I mean,
people are dying from that shit. Tourists have died from, misuse of drugs, especially
right.
the whole scalopamine shit.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it was intentional, but you really don't know how she party. You don't know how she get down, so you don't know if
it most likely was not her first time hitting that damn Tootsie.
Oh no! Oh, she's a Tootsie. Yeah, but her body's immune to that shit. Even though she's like 110 pounds.
That's even a bad red flag right there. If she's immune to it, bro. She in debt because she might be in debt to a drug lord based on the fact she hits that shit so much.
But Ronin, I'm trying to tell you, it's a culture thing out here. They all do this shit.
Right.
They all do this in Medellin. Like, it's sad though. It's kind of fucked up. It's sad that their situations are like this, and they owe whoever they gotta owe money to, and because they caught into the streets in the game. But
damn, that's crazy work.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I don't really feel with that.
Your body's not immune to getting high, bro. And you should never do that again.
No. My body is immune to just smoking some good.
He said
bud.
American weed, not that
American weed.
Not
Yeah,
that tropical weed, not that tropical Thai stick over there.
That shit on a different level, bro.
It's on a different level.
Shit is fire,
bro. I wouldn't do that over there.
But I mean, if you look at it, like Colombia and Brazil ain't really known for that, though. Everybody know what Colombia is known for, and so my thing is, why go down there to do that? Especially, and I'm not gonna pick on Brazil because I love Brazil, but I've talked to women in Brazil and they like the weed there is trash. So
I don't go. No. I don't go down there to do that. It's just so happens that I'm down here, so I do it. Now I smoked weed out here before. I had no problems, bro.
Yeah.
So I mean, I have my connect that usually gets me. She got me weed before, so it wasn't like an issue. So that's why. I didn't think nothing of it, but this one happened to be a dirty bag. You know what I'm saying? It happens. But live and learn, bro.
Yeah, I tell you one thing: I ain't getting high around no broad, especially even that I'm in a foreign country.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna be in a state of mind where I can't.
But you know what though? I usually let them hit the blunt first, because she always hits the blunt first in front of me, and then I smoke it. Because once they hit it first, I know I'm safe. I'm good because she's not gonna lay some shit while she's smoking.
It don't matter if she hit it first. Like I said, she could have cut it with the Tootsie, or she could have. You don't know what was in there.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. The Doosie and shit. Like if she did it before, yeah, well, that is true.
They should smoke blunts and put blow in it. It don't matter. You got to be careful when you abroad, yo. You can't be out there thinking like that.
And not only that, but like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like you chilling in Amsterdam or you in Europe, man. Like getting high in like Brazil and Colombia is serious business. Because those aren't the places where you want to be tripping at.
Definitely tripping. It's like shit out of a comedy movie. You don't want to be tripping over there. No.
When I say like half my body was numb, that shit was looking crazy, bro. I was like doing a crip walk.
Oh yeah, you was booted, man. You got wet.
Yeah, he got away because
Nigga, I was like this and shit. Like I was like, oh, I couldn't move. I'm like, yo,
if I was chilling with you and you looked at me with some strange look and said, "What did you give me? What did you give me?"
Hey.
I'd be like, "Oh man, this nigga wet."
Yeah, you wet as fuck.
Like,
let me
oh
tell you
man,
something though, man.
I'd be paranoid. I'd be like, "Yo, he tripping."
Shorty, when I said Shorty was in the bathroom shitting, dog, she took 2 shits
Bro,
in
you
both
are really
bathrooms.
focused on that damn boo-boo, but I'm
Yo,
Yo, I
swear
just
to
never,
God.
I never had a chick come to my house and just
You
like
must have
blew
blew up
up
his
over
He's
toilet.
my
in there
toilet.
sniffing.
Man.
He's in there
That
sniffing
shit
and
is crazy.
sneezing and shitting.
Woo, my
He was
She blew
goodness.
up
sleeping in
the
that
fucking
bathroom,
toilet,
boy.
man. Like I've never
Yo,
seen nobody
all
did
I'm
that before.
saying is when you get
Yo,
done
she gotta
shitting,
take
make
a
sure
hit.
you jump in that shower. Wash
She
that
gotta-
ass.
But
Yeah,
see, New York Kings, you know more about that shit. You broke
I
it down.
do.
I like I said, I don't do coke. I don't do
I
Tootsie and
do.
none of that shit.
I used to do coke when I was young, man. You gotta hit that
Oh, see,
bathroom, man. You gotta get
know
that
nothing, I
hit.
don't know nothing about that shit, bro.
You
I
gotta
just
get that
smoke
hit,
weed. That's
man.
it.
You know what I'm
No,
saying? Ladies and gentlemen, that was back in the days, not nothing now. So
You
anyway,
might not know anything about it, but you might have
I
hit
don't know
that
about
coke or that Tootsie that night, man. You don't know.
straight
You know
up, she might have let you in Colombia. That's what it's
Hey,
famous for.
I probably did, but let me tell you something, man. I never want to have that feeling again, bro. That shit
I'm
was
pretty
fucking.
sure you don't,
Bro,
man. I'm
let
pretty
me
sure
That
you
shit
tell
was
don't.
you.
nerve
Especially you
wracking,
ain't used
bro.
to it.
Let me tell you, she could have put that on her lips and kissed you with it.
They can get you anyway with that scope. Yeah, they
Mhm.
could
Well,
go to the
even with the
bathroom.
Tootsie. She could have kissed him with the Tootsie on her lips.
He said the Tootsie.
The Tootsie on the lips.
Tootsie.
Oh man.
Oh man. Hey,
That mother-
hey,
that
one
mother
thing,
was
hey,
high. He
one
was
thing for
high. He
sure,
was high
bro.
as a kite for New Year's Eve, boy. He was high as a kite.
Yeah, you
Bro,
definitely hit a
one,
all new high on that one for real.
He's high as a
hey
kite
man,
for
but
New Year's, man.
I had
You
some.
brought it in with a bang.
Yeah, I did, bro. I ain't gonna front, man. I kind of did, but you know.
Blur it up. You had the whole experience. You had the broad, you had the paranoia, you had the drugs, you had
Jeez,
the
the
liquor,
drugs, the paranoia,
you had it
everything.
all going on, man. I remember
but
them days, man.
but you
You
know
had
what?
the
I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it 100. I didn't go hard like that though. I didn't. All I did was just smoke the blunt, and then I had like a couple of glasses of wine. That was it. I didn't. It's not like I went hard and shit.
that's all it
Yeah, but
takes,
see,
bro.
you hit that blunt like you were hitting something from America. That was a
Yeah.
special kind of blunt. So you
He
hit
tried
that
to
motherfucker as hard as you hit it
it
in
was
America, and that
Yo,
shit give
let me
you a
tell you,
whole
Rolling said it
other
was
fucking
special.
level.
Rolling
if,
said it was a special
that
blunt.
shit
It
probably.
was.
But you know what?
It
That
was
blunt probably wasn't even laced up though. It was probably
Oh,
so
that shit
fucking
was laced
strong.
up. No, not the way you went stupid. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah, I
shit
went
was laced.
stupid though. I ain't gonna lie. I went real
That nigga,
stupid. I was stupid.
that nigga looked in the mirror and said, "I'm stuck." Don't feel bad. I've been there, bro. I've
Yeah,
been there.
it happens, man.
I'm stuck, and I just don't know what to do. You know, because when people like take like a whole lot of like coke, they start talking with stuck. I'm stuck. I don't know what to do anymore. It's numb. I just took a freeze, and it's numb on my tongue. No, and then when you're
That's
stuck, you just stuck.
crazy.
There's nothing you can do about it. There ain't no cure for it. It's just too hot.
Talk about shit.
You
I gotta
got
go
what you
take one, man.
wanted.
I'll be right back.
Go ahead. You
No,
gotta
we
take a
didn't
shit.
need to know that shit, bro. You were so fixated with that goddamn word.
They stuck,
What
man.
the fuck?
There's no cure. There's like no cure for it. You said, "Oh, water did it." Ain't no cure for being stuck.
Oh
So,
man.
fellas, I don't want to switch gears, but I was listening to Zoe's upload earlier today, and he was talking about places that were ruined for 2025. And
I heard about it. I just didn't listen to it. What did he say?
I love
What did
that
he
guy,
say?
but like, you know what I'm saying? I don't agree with, you know what I'm saying, Colombia being ruined, because I just feel like Colombia and Brazil are two countries that are too big to be ruined. And he was talking about Cartagena and Medellin, because, you know, guys constantly going back to Medellin, Cartagena. And I feel like, you know, all travelers are not the same. We all have different experiences. And, you know, I don't think, even for me going back to Cartagena, like I said, I don't spend a lot of time there, but I don't feel like it's ruined. I mean, I feel like it's ruined if you got the same pattern, you do the same thing every time you go there, and you mess with the same type, especially if you going there to Munger, then maybe it could be ruined. But if you have other experiences where you travel, you do excursions, you try new restaurants, you do historical stuff. Like we know all guys don't do that stuff, but if you're doing
Right.
different things, you're not going to have the same experience. And so I'm wondering, what context is he speaking for? Is he only talking about mongering in
See,
these other
That's
countries?
all
Like,
he's talking about. That's all
Yeah.
he's talking about is pay for play. That's why
right.
he's in Bangkok
But
or
my thing
Thailand
is,
right now.
Zoe does do excursions and stuff. But here's the biggest thing: as you get older, and I think NYC King, you at the age, and I think even Spinner, you at this age too. Mercy, you probably are too. As you get older, stuff gets boring to you. The only way to revitalize that boring feeling is to look at it through fresh eyes. So all that's saying to me is, buddy, it's time for you to partner up. Because no matter where you go, you're going to be bored up until you have somebody to live through by seeing it in other people's eyes. Like if you had a good woman next to you and she never experienced half the shit you do, even though you might be going back and doing something that you already did, when you see her experience, her eyes light up and her appreciation from you doing it, it reinvigorates the fucking shit you do in life.
No, you're right. You're right. Because you're not bouncing from woman to woman. You're invested in a relationship, and you're investing in something called love. Love don't last forever. Okay. But you're investing in your life, your happiness, and to see the joy of you giving happiness to another person. But if you live in a mongering lifestyle and you're bouncing from woman to woman and you're doing this lifestyle, this is not a lifestyle. This is a fetish. Okay.
Right.
And even that's gonna get old after a while. You can only get so much trim.
Yo. Yeah, you only when I was in Brazil, there's only so much you could do before you burnt out. You're like, yo, I can't do another broad. I'm just burnt
threesome?
out.
I'm burnt out. I'm done did that enough. I've done that.
Well, I mean, I
Fuck
think
out in the wilderness. I done did that
but
enough.
now
God
it's
damn.
at the point where when you got to put money on the table for the box, that's just not what I do. I can't do that. Every man pay in a different way. I'd rather pay by buying a woman that I'm invested in a winter coat or some shoes or whatever. Yeah, that we go to dinner together in America or in abroad instead of laying money on the table
and never
saying,
see it
okay,
again.
yeah, and saying, hey, I'll see you. I'll call you later. That's just like wasting money at a slot machine. You're not winning. There's no investment there.
Well, I think that's why he move around a lot. You know, I know he does it for the content creation, but he'll spend a month or
but
a few
even
weeks
sometimes if you listen to his content, lady, he goes, I know I've already gone to all the spots I could go to here. I've been here 10 times already. There's nothing I can film any newer than what I've already filmed.
It gets boring.
Right.
It gets boring.
So when you start saying that on tape, then that's the thing that he needs to recognize, that he had the right idea. I need a girlfriend in X amount of cities or whatever. That's great.
But you know what, though? I'm going to give some constructive criticism to him, to Skylar DeRozan, and a lot of those content creators. The reason why they don't get past a certain amount is because they never learn the language. They don't learn the culture. Yes, it's other stuff he could film if he tapped into the culture. Like when he's in Brazil or Thailand or Colombia, if he spoke Spanish, Portuguese, or Thai or whatever, don't you think the quality of his videos would even be more if he actually tapped into with the locals? You know what I'm saying?
See,
most of the time, those guys are interviewing women that speak English, but they're never interviewing women that only speak their native tongue. And so I'm thinking that, like, even though he's come maybe several times to Colombia, he's not really he's dealing with women that speak English. He never deal with, and you don't see him going off in those smaller towns or cities because maybe that's just not that fascinating. I don't know. But I think that those guys, like I said, you got to take them with a grain of salt because they never stay somewhere long enough to tap into the culture, to be honest.
You're right. You got it. And you should tap into the culture because you appreciate your trip a whole lot better when you learn the language. It took me a while to learn Portuguese, but I had to learn it because I was invested and a wife, and I had a little son coming, and I had to hang out with her mom and her dad. They needed to figure me out, and then when I had to go to the consulate for the interview, everything had to match up. Plane flights, tickets, pictures. It's got to be a
A real relationship, right?
that I was in.
Immigration just ain't gonna let you come in nowadays.
Nah, I've
Shit.
seen a
Right.
lot of people come out that interview crying. Okay, but everything got to add up, yo, and it added up, and you know she's here. But you know, the culture, enjoy.
Right.
You know, I would. You know, when you go for one dimension, your mind is one dimensional. I need to go find a chick. I need to go find these spots where these chicks are hanging out, and I'm going to pay for play. That's not a vacation, yo.
Right.
You're not going to be happy. You know, why go all the way to Colombia to get high, bro? You could stay there and do that. You go to Colombia
Right.
to enjoy yourself with women or without women, or even you going to see Pablo Escobar's grave or whatever, and you can say, I've seen that, I've done that. Even if you're going to the Brazils to see the statue of Christ, you can say, I've seen that, I've done that. You know,
Right.
that's what the traveling is about. Everybody that does this mongering stuff, it's getting boring, man. It's all one dimensional. You know what I'm
Well, I
saying?
mean, you see where it's leading them to in Thailand, right? You
They
know, the
fighting
guys
now.
only talking about Pattaya. Now you got all these dudes fighting in Thailand, which is a shame.
The
But
same.
but I'm gonna go back to Brazil. There's still so much. You know, I've been to Brazil like 4 or 5 times, and NYC King, you're a Brazil vet, but like these guys don't talk about the music festivals that's there. What
No.
about São João? Have any of them ever covered São João? I went to São João like 2 years ago in the northeast coast there in San Luis Maranhão. And so if you go to São João or you go to some of these music festivals in Amaçu do Bozas, I went to a wine festival there. I went to Cabo Frio to music festivals. These guys don't talk about none of that because they don't speak the language. And they're not hanging out with girls that don't speak English. So my thing is that like you can get tired of seeing people doing interviews from their couch. You know what I'm saying? They're not really teaching you, bro. Matter of fact, their content is for guys that have never been to Brazil or guys that only been there to Brazil once. But once you've been there several times and you make friends there, their content is no longer, relevant to you because they're not talking about stuff that you don't already know.
Right. Some of these guys' content is just pitiful and sad, yo. And you just like, wow, this guy's all the way over here sitting in this hotel by himself trying to tell people how to Airbnb on how to come to a certain place in Mongo. You
Right.
know, Brazil is big and beautiful, man. I've been almost all over the place there. The people are good. I used to sit there and watch. They call it football. I call it soccer. And have Brahmas with the locals. You know, they started calling me by name after a while because I lived there for a while. I had to show my future wife that I was willing to make that sacrifice.
Right.
So I lived there for a while. And, we had our own apartment there off of Copacabana. And, I didn't need no luggage. I just fly there. So, there's a lot to explore, yo. Even like I went to Japan, I went to a lot of the temples out there and a lot of the places the tourists go, man. Of course they got a red light district, but I never went to the red light district. I wanted to explore Japan. I wanted to feel stuff, and I'm in Croatia. I wanted to explore. When I'm in Venice, Italy, I like to be on the boats. You know what I'm saying? I'm with my woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm not YouTubing. Look, guys, I'm with my wife. Look what I'm doing. No, these are intimate moments that you got to cherish in life. I'm not trying to be sympathetic, but I'm trying to keep it real. Explore the culture of a country. Try to at least learn the language if you plan on coming back. And if they say that Colombia is burnt out, it's the pay-for-play game that went up and expensive, and it's what Andrew's experiencing right now. Okay, everybody wants something.
Well, can y'all hear me? Am I
Yeah, we
good?
can hear you now.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I just want to say this, man.
I wasn't trying to do any play for play, bro. So it just so happens.
He
The
asking for
craziest shit is
money.
it just so happens I got caught up in some shit thinking that I was with a chick that I knew for a minute, and I wasn't getting charged by no meter because I knew her. But it just so happens I was like, all right, I'm stuck over here. Both of my drivers ain't around, so I can't really do the content that I want to do in other places. So this is my stopping grounds. So I'm like, all right, let me get Shorty over. And then I guess she changed, man. Things changed. So now she's like, you got to pay me for my time type shit. I'm like, oh wow,
She
okay,
did the bum 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 bow wow.
yeah, but you know what? The culture is like that out here, though, man. A lot of them are like that. So I just respect it for what it is. But the girl that I knew, I mean, maybe there was a time in Medellin shit was different, but I guess that shit is heavy out now, man. Like, cause just think about it, man. Like, that's the oldest profession in the world.
But
So
Yeah,
see,
it's
that's
that
the
time.
whole thing,
they gotta
man.
make
This
their
whole
money.
thing, like another brother said, Brazil is so large and vast. That's like saying somebody came to New York City and they know the United States. No, you don't. You only know New York City. I mean,
Right.
there's so many
Nah,
different parts of the
that's a
states.
totally different analogy, bro. I was just speaking on me meeting a girl for the first time, but it's just like I said, I had a good repertoire when I met her the first time. We were cool. I had no issues, bro. Like just straight up. It wasn't on some exchange or transaction type shit. But I guess times are hard, and she got paid a bill, so it's like, hey, you got to pay me for my time. I need this and that. Like, oh shit, that's crazy work. I'm like, all right,
Yeah,
but
they can change up on you.
I wasn't even on it like that. I was just on some chill type shit. Because to be quite honest with you, I'm really not supposed to be out here in Medellin, but I got stuck. So, but I think I might just take the bus, man, and see what I can do with my tours. But I don't know.
But I still want to go to I still want to go to Salvador, man. By here, I heard it's a little different, it's a little
El
slower pace.
Salvador.
Man,
Yeah, I
Salvador
heard
is
it's a little
nice, man.
slower pace. You might want to try different parts, man. You might want to go to a slower part of Brazil. Well, get away from the city girls. You know what I'm saying?
Oh well, okay. But here's the thing, though. My whole thing was to film and do some content outside of Medellin. Like that's the whole thing. I wasn't trying to do anything really in Medellin like that because I've already done it. But like I said, it so happens that my plugs and my connections that I know that are in Medellin, and I was promised to be taken on some excursion tours that's outside of Medellin and places that a lot of content creators don't know about. And I wanted to film and do things. But like I said, unfortunately, my driver got the flu because there's a flu going on around here. I don't know what the fuck it is, but everybody's getting a flu around here. So, I'm
Medellin is a hot spot right now, man. There's so much going on politically there. The climate with the mayor there in the
yeah,
city of Medellin, they're really cracking down on foreigners coming in, more particular people of color. And so I was gonna ask you, like, how
yeah,
was your transition coming into that airport? Because I know when I'm coming into the airport like of
right.
Cartagena, it's a smooth transition. But I'm hearing people are being asked extra questions coming in Medellin. You're having to verify and show, where you're going. Do you have an Airbnb? Yada yada yada. So I was
Okay.
gonna ask you, how was that experience for you this time around? Like I said, I don't typically fly into Medellin. I would
Yeah,
either fly into Cartagena or Bogota.
right.
But I don't know,
Well,
man. How was it for you?
I flew into Bogota originally, but and then I flew into Medellin. But I didn't have any bad experiences at all. I mean, the only thing this woman asked me was like, um, where you're staying at. So I gave her my address, and she's like, okay. So I actually had a smooth transition. I didn't experience none of that.
So my
So,
last time coming through, so like I said, I went in the end of November and then in December too. I don't know. Like I said, they've seen how many times I've come in and out of that country. I
that's
don't know, but
probably why.
they don't, the last two times they didn't even ask me where I'm going. And so like I said, I have my girl's address, or if I have, like, I think um in November I booked Airbnb. I had that address. They didn't even ask me for that stuff. So I guess it just all depends, man. But like sometimes they just kind of weigh me through. So I don't know.
Right. Keymaker, no. To answer your question, I didn't pay for her. No. It was just mutual. We were just on some mutual shit, which I was really shocked and surprised about because I didn't get that experience from her. Maybe she was young at the time and still into the game because when these girls are really into the streets, bro, they really heavy into the streets. And
Right.
maybe at
And
the time she wasn't in the streets like that because she was. I'll be real with you, bro. Even looking at her from for the first time, because I have her picture up on the first. That was the first time I met her. Like we were just chill. Like her face was different, bro. Like her glow, she just had like an innocent, um, young type of upbringing face. And then after 2 years, you could just see like she been through some shit. You know what I mean? Like you could just tell that she's changed, bro. Like she's going through it. And
right.
I think it's because of the drugs too. It could be just drugs too, because maybe at the time she wasn't so heavy into the drugs, but
And you don't know what she's been through, like you said. I
right,
mean, you
right.
don't know if, when you first met her, she wasn't doing any,
Oh,
what I'm
that's
saying,
true.
working.
Yeah.
And now she might
She
be
wasn't
working
working.
full time. You
Yeah.
don't know that.
But the sad reality truth is, a lot of them have to turn into that because that they need to get the money. They need money, and
Right.
I don't know what it is with you know what I've noticed though, people over here, like even the women in Medellin, for the most part, they're not really good with money. They don't know how to handle their money right, man. It's like they as soon as they get it, they blow that shit off. It's crazy.
Like when I flew in Sosua in Dominican Republic, man, I got 100 questions. But when I flew into Santiago, they let me right on through. So that's what I'm saying. Depends on what part, man.
Yeah, I
Right.
used to go to
Sosua,
I used to go to DR quite a lot. I lived in Puerto Plata for about a year or so. So yeah, I know DR quite well. But DR also changed too, man. It's okay, I guess. But after some time, I got DR'd out, man. I got bored with DR, man.
Can I
So
say
I mean,
something? Can I say something, Andrew? You still can save this vacation. Just enjoy the culture.
Yeah.
no, brother, that's the whole point about it. Like I planned on doing so, but it's just I just felt more safe with my connects. But now it's like I gotta move without a connect, and I don't feel too confident in that shit. You know what I'm
Let me tell
saying?
you something. Me being an old school, drug dealer or whatever I used to do. Sometimes your connects burn out, bro. So you got to find new connects. But you can still save this vacation by just exploring the culture. Because if you're having bad experiences with these women, and you feel like, hey, they all out for money, why don't you just spoil yourself, man, and do something? Go look, find out what you could do to make things
Mm,
Yeah.
I
better.
Hey,
mean, no, I'm not having bad experiences with this woman. It's like I know the area that I'm in. I'm in the hot red light district spot, so I'm expecting for that to happen quite often. But
hmm,
what I'm saying is, my whole goal wasn't to stay here. Like I was supposed to
he
move
wanted to
around.
move around. But
Yeah, I was
I
supposed to
think
go to
it's Jay
Guatemala.
Clyde. He said something about you can call or go to the tour company and take and they actually have drivers that will take you out of town, and they can be private drivers. But at least it'll come from a reputable place like a tour company.
You can still salvage this trip, man.
You see what I'm saying? And then maybe that
Yeah,
person can
I'm
become
probably gonna
a
look into
new
that. I'm
maybe
probably
that
gonna look.
person can become a new resource for you in the future.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'll probably look into that earlier today and see probably over the weekend if I can look about a tour or something like that. Because I would definitely love to do that, man. Like that's the whole reason. I don't want to waste the whole vacation. It's just a bummer. It's like fuck, man. Like all this shit had to happen all at once.
I mean, I'm gonna give you some advice that I know a lot of guys don't want to because they come to Colombia for certain reasons, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna say pick you one good girl. And what I mean by that is, how hard you work and you hustle in the States, right? So, if you hustle, you're an entrepreneur, you got your own business, man, pick you a higher caliber of female and just stick with one. I think your experiences will be a lot different. But when you dealing with girls from certain area, Boreal, whatever, man, like it kind of come with the territory, you know.
That's true. That's true. I do take that into notice, but my whole initial plan wasn't to be around any 304s. I mean, I didn't have no plans on doing that, brother. Trust me,
Right,
that was not in the plan.
right.
I wasn't
But
trying to splurge or take a 304 around and hang out and shit. That was
you're
not
right.
part of the
But
plan.
she
You'd be
might be a
surprised.
304 now, though. So,
You'd be surprised. Go experience the culture. You may run into somebody there on one of these trips. You may run into a decent woman that is not that's a homesick girl that just wants to chill with an American, dude like you. If you in a red light district, that's what you're gonna find. You in a crack house, you're gonna find crack. But if you somewhere else,
Oh, damn, not crack.
yes, Ronnie, crack. He's in the crack house. He said he's in the red light district. So anyway, that's what you're gonna find. He says he expects that. This is my brother, man. Go do something. You do something while you're there, and you could probably meet somebody away from the red light district who's into you, man. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna be happy, yo. It's about your happiness. It's about all of our happinesses, yo, in life. It's about you gotta love yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? You didn't go out there to be smoking. You went out there
Well,
to
here's the thing, Kings. I love myself, but I don't know what that's got to do with me getting high. But okay.
got a lot to do with you getting high. I'm talking about two paranoid people in a room, and one's taking a
No,
shit every 5
I love
seconds.
myself. Trust me, brother. I have no problem with that.
You
I
didn't
was
love
just
yourself that
I
night.
no. What you mean? Just because you get high, you don't love yourself?
When you looking at a person saying, "What the hell did you give me?" That's not being loved.
No, nigga. You gotta understand that shit had something in it. Okay, so of
You
course,
call that love?
what the hell? What are you talking about? Love? Ain't
You call
nobody
that
trying to
loving
love
yourself?
nobody here,
Loving yourself, and you felt you got wired
bro.
up?
Bro, you on two different lanes right now.
All right, all right.
If
Let me backtrack. I'm
if
not attacking you. I'm not attacking you. I just
no,
want
I
you
know
to
you're not
salvage it.
attacking me,
I
but
want you to
I'm just
salvage
trying.
the vacation.
No, I know you're not attacking me. What I'm saying to you is, well, I'm not looking for love. But number two is I'm having a good time. So when I'm smoking, I'm on a chill, cool vibe mode. That's just my mode. You know what I mean? It's New
Yeah,
Year's, so what the fuck? Of course I'm gonna turn up a little bit.
yeah, but that's the American weed. This is a whole different strand.
Yeah, but you gotta understand, bro. I got weed from her before, so it's not like I didn't deal with her before. She never got me shit, bro. So it was just this one time.
Just said it
Shit
was bad
happened.
luck.
It was just bad luck, bro.
It's a
This
bad,
shit happened, bro.
it's a bad batch.
Yeah, it was a bad, but you
Bad
know
batch.
what? Shout out, man. R.I.P. to the homie what's his name? Ken Ken Adventures, man. But this guy, he was cool as fuck. I don't know if you guys know him, but he died in Mexico, man, because he got a dirty bag, but he was doing coke though. He did some hard shit. You
Yeah,
know, he
the-
would always go to Mexico and get that hard stuff. And I'm like, damn, this nigga. And people were trying to warn him. QB tried to warn him. I try to warn him too. And I said, man, you gotta slow down with that shit, bro. Slow down with that
there's a
shit.
lot of travelers that died in Colombia on the coke too. You gotta understand, people don't
Yeah,
only travel for the pay for play; they travel for the coke.
that blow. Yeah, that's
Okay,
true,
you think
man.
they not just traveling for the women? They know where to get the good stuff at. They travel there. They're like, yo, I'm gonna go get an 8 ball. I'm gonna go get it, whatever they gonna get, and get wired up and party because they know where the good stuff is. They don't lay no cut down on it unless they throw some fentanyl in it. But by the time the cocaine comes over the seas, it's been dipped in no dose and fentanyl and everything. You ain't even getting coke in New York no more or in Florida. You getting something else. Okay, so people go where the stuff is purest at. Where's the purest place to get? In a tropical country. Where the best weed is? In a tropical country. Where's the best fruit and vegetables? In a tropical country. Okay. Um, you experienced your party, and I don't think you're gonna be doing too many
Hold
more
on.
parties.
Let me ask Keymaker this. Smoking weed with a poor Medellin chick is wild. So what's the difference between smoking weed with a poor one or a rich one?
No, everybody's entitled to their opinion, Andrew. Okay.
No, I get it, but I'm just trying to see what's the difference if I smoked weed with a rich chick or a poor chick. Well,
because he kind of feels that, maybe she wasn't top quality and, burial type chick, and she just,
but to
you
be
said
honest
she
with
was
you,
rough.
King, a lot of these chicks out here ain't really top quality when you're an American man, bro.
I understand that, but there are some Colombian women that are. You're just
Yeah,
not in
I
the
mean
right spot.
they are, but at the same time, if you're in an area where it's predominantly, it's the lifestyle is not as granted. Of course, you're a big fish in a small pond, bro. So
Right, I understand.
it is what it is.
Andrew, when you get back, man, we're gonna pop a bottle of whiskey, man. May even grab a cigar or two, but we're not smoking no weed. But you know what I'm saying? Because you here locally, so you know what I'm saying. Have you been
No,
to
I don't smoke cigars, man. I don't do that.
have you been to the Corona bar locally?
No, it
Here.
doesn't matter where I go to. I'm not smoking cigars, bro. It's not my thing. I don't smoke cigars.
But you don't have to smoke a cigar there. It's just a whole bar there. Have you been there locally, the one downtown or on Sand Lake Road?
What are you talking about? What exactly?
The Corona bar. I'm asking you locally. Have you been to that place, the one downtown?
Okay, where are you talking about in the States or are you talking about in
Yeah,
Colombia?
in the States, here in Orlando.
Okay, what's it called again? Say that again.
The Corona bar.
The Corona bar. Probably haven't, but I've been to a few bars out in Orlando, but haven't been there.
Okay.
But it is what it is, man. You live and you learn, bro. Homies Hub, man. You quiet, bro. What's going on? Yeah, he out of it, bro. He probably forgot to log out.
I think everybody's sleeping, man. It's kind of late.
Oh no, I'm in the background doing stuff, man. Prepping for tomorrow.
Cool.
But no, man, I mean, things happen in life. That's all you can say is, I mean, you had resources planned, you had connects, and it just seemed like, it kind of all fell through. But that just shows you got to always reinforce.
Yeah, man.
Go 2-3 levels deep.
Yeah, I definitely want to get some tour content. So I'll look about today and see what I can do. You know what I'm saying?
Have you made it to Guatapé yet?
I did, but I want to go back, man. Like I freaking loved it, man. I did a couple of recording out there, but I didn't really get the chance to really spend enough time out there. I want to go to Santa Maria too, man. I heard some good things about there too.
You talking Santa Maria or Santa Martha? Which one are you talking about?
Santa Martha.
Okay. Yeah, man. And then you said you flew into Bogota. You know they got the Maserati up there where you could take the cable car up there. Have you been up there yet?
I haven't had the chance. I haven't really explored like that, bro, in those areas because my whole thing was I had things set up was my driver, he was the one that was going to take me to a whole bunch of excursions that a lot of people don't even know about. And the pictures that he sent me, I was like, oh shit. He's like, yo, we can do hang gliding, we can drive those 3-wheeler thingamajigs, those bikes, those 3-wheeler
But
bikes.
bro, you still gonna have to be careful with those drivers, man. Because I mean, I don't know how well you know that driver or not, but like even with those drivers, man, those local guys, you don't know if those guys getting kickbacks by taking you out there or whatever. And so that's why, like, I don't know how well you know the driver personally. So you still got to be careful on where they take.
Yeah, a lot of those drivers, or they call them fixers, are already connected. That's why they call them fixers.
Well, the thing is, I know one of the guys for 5 years, and that's his homie. So whatever he does, I kind of trust his judgment, and he hasn't failed me once. So, you know what I mean? I've always been in good hands. And the guy he's the same guy I had an interview with, Dzine. He was the one I was supposed to take me around with all the excursions. So I'm usually with a team that's a supporting cast. that's trustworthy. So I definitely have 100% trust with them when it comes down to that, because they've always been looking out for me. So that's not even a concern. Yeah, but as far as like other shit goes, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's something. Yeah, that's another story.
Well, it's 2:30 in the morning for me. I don't know what time it
Yeah,
is wherever
yeah.
y'all
I'm
are.
about to close it up, man. Anybody got anything else to say, man? And
You got to know how to move.
yeah, man. Hey, my advice, man, is, just yeah, man. I just stay away from the hookers.
Facts. The
Oh
daddy
man.
hookers.
But not all of them are bad people though, man. On some real shit, man. There are some good people over here in Medellin, man. It's just because I met some really nice, good locals just hanging out with and talking. But I think that it just gets a bad rep because of the negative stereotypes that happens in the city, unfortunately. But yeah, it's not really my place. You know what I mean? It's not really a scene that I
Right.
like. But Medellin is like it's kind of oversaturated, bro. Like I said, it's just not my go-to. To each his own. I do like 70th Avenue over there in Laureles. So if worse comes to worse, I might just do some content out there, which I really like. It's pretty dope.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice little strip way of nice lounges and bars and stuff. So that might be a second option, but we'll see.
All I can say is you already know. We talk in the background.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm staying away from the ganja for a while until I get back to the States. So
Wise decision.
I'll be clean, but I'm chilling, man. I'm taking it easy for the next few days because I'll be out of here soon.
Yeah, I mean, it's Jay Clyde said, call the tour company, see if they have any private drivers that you can arrange, and then go ahead and do the things you had already planned on doing. And don't let your drivers that you set up
Yeah.
ruin your day. There's tour drivers that you can probably hire for the day, and they can take you around.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the receptionist, man, and ask him if he has any recommendations on any tours that I could possibly jump into. See what's up. Because that's what I mainly did come here to do, is just to kind of get that content going. Then I want to stop in Panama, man. I heard Panama is another gem, man.
Panama is very nice.
People sleep.
I stayed on the
Panama.
canal side. I didn't stay on the front side where everybody else usually stays. I stayed on one of the canal sides.
Yeah.
I definitely want to check out Panama.
Andrew, when was the last time you was in Cartagena? I know you hadn't mentioned that, but when was the last time you was in Cartagena?
I never actually went to Cartagena, bro. To be honest with you, I've never been there. But I am curious about going there, but but then again, I'm not, because I just heard it's too many red light districts out there, right? Like it's straight.
You got to go for yourself, bro. You got to go for yourself. But we can talk in the back chat or later on when you get back to the States.
Okay, cool.
connect,
Yeah, that's something that did cross my mind. I definitely want to check it out just to kind of put my feet stamp in there, like, hey, I've been out there and I'm able to explore. Because I'm an explorer, man. I love to look at things and explore shit, bro. That's me right there.
Hi guys, I am sitting here. Literally, my eyes are fighting to stay awake.
All right, bro. We out of here, man.
Right,
I'm about to shut down the panel, man.
All right, brothers. Y'all have a good one. Yep.
All right, guys.